Hey everybody. Today's video, I had something else planned, but I wanted to push it back because there was some big news that had dropped yesterday. I'm recording this today after in the morning of actually, or the morning after, and basically the news had came that the passing of Akira Toriyama happened. It wasn't that it happened yesterday, but I guess it happened on March 1st, and then they kind of notified like the public and everyone yesterday, and so it was a pretty heavy day yesterday. I mean, it's one of those where like the effects of it still sort of lingers to the next day. I've been messaging friends back and forth, and I think it's pretty much impacted a lot of people. I know for me, it's like the more I think about it, it's crazy because yesterday I was up, but I was like thinking really heavily on the fact of like where I'm at in my life today. And it's one of those things where like I hadn't really thought about it too much. And yesterday, of course, I thought about it the most. And I was just kind of like shocked. And I was shocked when I thought about the fact that like where I'm at in my life, career wise, working in the video game industry, some of the friends that I have, some of the like my best friend, like just some of the people that I care about so much in this world. Like I met them through Dragon Ball, and I'm thinking back to the fact that like a lot of this stemmed right from when I made Dragon Ball content. I was doing Dragon Ball Legends on a channel, and I know I haven't really done it as much as of recent because I've been trying to go in a different direction. But the Dragon Ball content when I was getting into it, it's really what got me to where I'm at today. It's 100% the community that I've met, right, and the people that I've met through it, the other creators, all that stuff. It took me to places that I didn't think I could go. I guess you could say in content creation, but also to give me the mindset to pursue working in the games industry. That all came from making Dragon Ball content because that was making that and seeing the little success that I had. Right, it gave me that confidence boost, and that's what really it drove me to where I'm at today. And so it's that thing where I thought about it more and more, and I'm like, oh my god, like Dragon Ball content and how it impacted my life, like, giving me some of the best friends, like closest friends ever. It really did drive me to where I'm at today, working in the games industry and, having the courage, I guess, to, actually pursue YouTube content and do all of that. And so this video for me really is it's like a big thank you to Toriyama, right? It's a huge thank you to what his work has done for me, and I'm so blessed to my life could have gone a different trajectory when I think about it. It could have gone somewhere kind of different, right? I could be working maybe in a hospital or something. Like I don't think I would have been able to be where I'm at, pursuing my dream if it didn't start with Dragon Ball. And I know I mentioned it before, but like, one of my closest friends, my best friend, like I met through Dragon Ball, right? Meeting the guys, like I think the other thing is like it's the community, right? Some of the friends that I have, like when I got to 5'9", I mean 5'9" was a pretty big part of my life too, and that was a bunch of Dragon Ball creators coming together to make content, right? It's crazy to think how much Dragon Ball has influenced my life and been such a big part of my life, in the past like 5 to 10 years. It's crazy because for me, I didn't really grow up with Dragon Ball that much, but it's an anime that my friends used to like bug me to watch. Like, you need to watch Dragon Ball because I grew up for anime. Like my first real like getting into it came from like Naruto, and Dragon Ball came after. But I remember eventually watching Z, and then eventually getting into Dokkan. Dokkan is what really like got me sucked into this world, and that I became a fan of it since then. Right, I followed Super, the movies, and so when you hear about the creator passing, right, that's a hard one to hear considering how much he's just done for me in my life, and obviously for so many people too. I think that's the other piece of this that like is so heart touching is seeing everybody like be affected by it, in some way. A lot of people, giving their respects, and it's that thing where like Dragon Ball is so massive, it's so big. Like, I talk about it about how it's in my life, how it affected me and everything, but like I see from like the around the world how much Dragon Ball meant to everybody, and it's an incredible thing to see. I think it's gonna be one of these. It's gonna be one of those passings that, like I said, I think it lingers a little bit because like it really did impact a lot. Especially when I see like I talked about how Naruto meant so much to me. I think I saw a post that was giving like Kishimoto's message, and then there's other other like popular artists like Oda, and how much like Akira Toriyama's work inspired them. I think about the fact that it goes beyond like the manga and everything, right? The like Dragon Ball. I speak about Dragon Ball mostly because that's the piece of his work that's I think touched me the most. But like you think about like the Dragon Quest games, right? I mean, he's branched into video games too. Like there's Dragon Quest, Chrono Trigger. Like those are the two probably biggest ones that I can think of off the top of my head, right? Aside from like a Dragon Ball game, there's like the upcoming I think Sandland. Like it's so crazy when you think about it. Just how much of that work inspired those works, and it's like it's those works that got me into gaming, right? His work has done so much, and so really for me, like this video, it's a huge thank you to you, Toriyama. It's a huge thank you for what you've done in my life, because you've done a lot. When I think about it, your work has done so much to me, and so um basically, yeah, this video is just it's a big thank you. I want to my respects. And I it's a hard thing to think about when you see something like that, and you think about how much their work really has impacted your life. And so it was one of those things where I woke up and I was like, I think I want to make a video, and I just want to pay my respect, and I want to just share how his work has changed my life. And so uh yeah, I think we'll end it there. Which I think if there's anything else I want to say, but it is crushing. It is definitely gonna be crushing news for a lot of people. So I think the world, we lost a big guy, but his work, as always, will live on, right? It's already, we know it's already inspired so many artists. Um, yeah, I mean, Dragon Ball will always be special because of what he did. So, I'm gonna take that away from it, and anything I see that has his sort of art style, I'm always gonna think back and be like, ah, it's got Toriyama in it to me. Like, it's gonna be one of those things. But all right, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to leave any comments or any thoughts about like, what Dragon Ball meant to you, I would love to engage something like that. I've been on Twitter just seeing everybody kind of like pouring their hearts out and expressing what Dragon Ball did for them, and it's beautiful to see. And so if anybody wants to express that down below in the comment section, I would love to have back and forth exchanges too. Thank you guys for watching. See you. Have a good one.